Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of What You Got Bacon Over There, a podcast that I'm sure everyone is knowing about. My name is Malek Benz, and today this is the Halloween episode, which I'm really excited to talk about. As you can see, I'm wearing my, I have to dress up. This is like the closest thing I have to a Halloween outfit right now. So do not judge me, but I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. So, and for those listening on the Apple podcast, I'm wearing a Courage the Cowardly Dog. So shout out to him. They need to do a reboot for real, but yeah. Anyway, but for my guest today, I have an awesome human being. He is a boss at 19 years old. You're 19, right?
Yeah.
Younger than me, y'all. Younger than most of us, making all this money. I'm gonna have to see if I'm gonna have to get him to give me $50. I don't know. Especially this vacation we got coming up. But anyway, other than that, he is an awesome, talented baker, boss. He knows about his business. And later on today, stay tuned. We're going to talk about how to run and set up your business properly. So he's going to give us a little bit of tips and tricks on that. So be sure to tune into that. And without further ado, help me welcome Justin from Everything Just
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And by the way, I didn't get the memo about Halloween. So just so you know.
Look, y'all, that was like a last minute event. I looked at my schedule and I was like, oh, this should come out around Halloween. I mean, what are you? You want a white shirt, so I guess you could make something up. You're like a H&R specialist. I don't know.
Something.
You do taxes. I guess taxes. We'll just make something out. We'll go through with that. Yeah. So for those listening, he's wearing a white shirt and it looks like a polo white shirt. So just imagine what it is. I don't know. Comment down below what you think Justin could be. I don't know. I am a Cartoon Network fan today. So, do you love Cartoon Network, Justin? Are you a
Disney's
fan?
better.
Disney?
Yeah, Disney's better.
I couldn't get with Disney though growing up. I feel like the only show that I liked was That's So Raven, which is everybody's favorite, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's like before me though. That's like,
Why do you have to say that? You just everybody. Like I
know the show, but like it's before me. Like that wasn't like what I grew up on.
I just realized, oh my God, you was born after 2000, weren't you?
Yeah, 2003. So like,
God, I just finally felt that now, where everybody, because I'm young too, y'all. I'm 24, but every time I say that, everybody would have that feeling of feeling old. And today I just felt that for the first time. Oh my God, you weren't even born in the 19s?
Nope.
Oh my God.
2000.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Dang. Okay. Wow. Never mind then. He didn't grow up around that service. So what's your favorite show then? And on Disney that you could?
I don't have a favorite show. My favorite movie is Tangled though.
Damn, he really is young, y'all. Tangled.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Everybody's heart just dropped just now. I don't know if you just heard that just so. And he said, "Oh well." Like I be.
Oh wow. I mean, like we grew up like High School Musical. Like I had all that.
Yeah. Okay. You got me back. Because High School Musical.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, that be my mood though when I be telling people my age because I'm just like I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But dang. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, I'm excited that you're here. It's a Halloween episode. Are you gonna be doing anything for Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween? Is that okay?
I do. We usually dress up or do like face makeup or something, but by the way, it's like August, so like I'm not thinking that far ahead. So
that's a behind the scenes exclusive. Yes, it is.
Exactly. Right.
But do you have any ideas, or you wait till it gets closer?
No, I like wing it. I'm kind of a last minute person, honestly.
I am too, but however, I feel like I'm gonna be dressing up as the Grinch this year. I feel it, and I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna get that like prosthetics done and everything because
okay,
that's like my inner like soul, the Grinch. Yeah, I know it sounds bad, but
yeah. It is.
Last year I was Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa, and that was fun. I had a blast. I feel like I need to do that again. I don't know, but anyway, have you had any fun costumes within the last few years?
Last year, we did like a makeup challenge. So I did, what's the red venom called? I forgot, but I did that.
What's the who?
The red venom.
Oh,
I forgot what. Red.
The red venom, Spider-Man?
Yeah. No, not Spider-Man. He's like the bad. I don't know. It's just like Venom but in red. So I did that last year. So I did like the like prosthetics and stuff. It was
Okay.
intense, but it was fun.
As you can
It
tell,
was
I'm
fun.
not a Marvel fan. So is it Marvel? I hope it's Marvel. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's how y'all know I don't. I'm gonna be. He said Red Venom. I'm like Spider-Man. Okay.
That's Spider-Man.
Well, look, he's a Disney fan. I'm clearly not a Marvel fan. So the movie be too long. I just can't. Like the last Avengers, I'm like,
They're good though.
because
They're
this
good.
I need a break. I like this no. So I don't know. But I'm excited for the next Avengers and Black Panther.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I might be a little low-key Marvel fan. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into the podcast. So, as you all know from the last previous episodes, I like to start off the podcast with a game. And today's game, we're gonna play Would You Rather. Very simple. I'm just gonna ask Justin two options, and you just pick one that you like. And you could care to elaborate. Maybe you'll shock me, and then I'll ask, and we'll see.
Okay.
But okay, so since it's Halloween, this could be movies or television. Scary or funny? Would you rather?
Funny. I don't really watch much scary movies. Not really my thing. I'm being
Oh
honest.
my God, I love.
No. So if all these questions are that, I'm gonna be like clueless.
No, it's gonna be like no, heck no. I love scary movies. So you're not gonna watch like nothing. If it's
I mean,
jump
like
scares,
they're funny, but like I've just never like watched it. Like they're not like they're just like movies.
gotcha. I love them so much. Oh my goodness, I could say a whole list of all the scary movies that I love, but I'm just gonna hold off on that because we'll wait later on in the podcast because I do have a question about that. Okay, next, would you rather sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Sweet. Oh, what's your favorite like sweet treat?
Honestly, anything. Ice cream, cake, cookies, pie. I'm not picky.
I remember that. You did tell me that. Yes, anything. Yes, I'm sweet too. Okay. I'm laughing because I just saw one, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Would you rather buttercream or royal icing?
Buttercream.
Buttercream. Y'all listening, he did a face because he already know. He was like, really, Malek? Why would you ask me that question? I knew he was gonna say buttercream because he loves to make buttercream. That video you posted yesterday, it looked like ice cream. Does people say that it looks like ice cream, or that was just something that you just
I just
I mean, no, once you said it and put that mindset
exactly marketing.
like Dairy Queen ice cream, like it really do. Oh my goodness. What's your style? Like what's your favorite style of buttercream?
A mock Swift.
Ooh, so no American? No, you never got into it. You don't like it.
I mean, I used to, but like, and I upgraded, you know.
Oh,
and if you're doing American, don't be doing American with Fisco. I'm just being honest, and that's gotta go.
He just shaded me.
That's gotta go.
Thousands of bakers worldwide. Dang, he said I upgraded.
And I don't feel bad about it. I don't.
I know you don't, and you shouldn't.
Crisco gotta go. Like you shouldn't be using Crisco.
I'm just like, oh, he said he updated. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Next, well, you pretty much answered it. You said Disney because I was gonna say something in regards to this, but I'll switch that. Cartoons or reality? Like if you're watching something.
That's a good question. I'd probably choose reality first, but like depends on specific like which one.
Okay. See, that's because it was gonna be Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, but then you said Disney, so
okay, yeah, Disney for sure.
Okay, cool, awesome. And then my last would you rather that I have is trick or treat.
Or what?
Would you rather trick or treat for Halloween or in general?
Yeah, free candy.
Treat. Okay. So no tricks? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I do like to scare my family, but
it's a weird question, but who knows? Look, there's some people in this world that will answer trick, and I would love to know, like, what do you mean by that? But anyway, oh my God. So that's pretty much it that I have for Would You Rather. It's lame, but I just felt like the last one was very fun. I do have a story about trick or treating though. Now you live in New Jersey, I used to live in New Jersey. I used to live in a city called Bayonne. I don't know if you know about that, but that's near. I think everybody knows about that, but honestly, I don't. Anyway, but I used to live there, and one of the best things that I found out about trick or treating is they give you money instead of candy, and I'm like, this is a
That's
thing.
good.
Like, oh my god! Like I live in Texas, so Texas is all candy. But when I started trick or treating, when I tell you, I was trick or treating until I was 8. When did I leave? Like 8th grade. I didn't care how grown I was. I was like, look, I want money. Like still to this
I
day,
don't
I want
blame
to go
you.
back. And like, is that a tradition up there? Like, what is that about? You don't
I've
know.
never got money.
You never got money. What? Oh my god! You probably
Just like if you go to like the nice neighborhoods, you get the big size candy bars. But besides that, like I never see
because they
money.
did give me the big size candy bars too, but I think the money was more like I was just like, I guess because I've never seen that before, so I was just in love.
I've never seen that.
Oh my god, I was so excited. I was like, I am going. Even when my sisters, like I was too old, like 8th grade, I think we were too old to trick or treat. I don't know, maybe this day and age, maybe not, I don't know. But my sisters was toddlers, and even though if I was too old, I would take them and I would be like,
That would be okay.
and take out the
Exactly.
cash. Because I'm like,
Exactly.
you too young, you 3. What you gonna be doing with
Where
money?
they
Like,
want with it.
let me
Yeah.
take this to go to 7-Eleven real quick. Thank you very much. And I feel like I deserve a cut because I had to take you trick or treat.
Spent the time.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, it's amazing. Anyway, so like I said, it is Halloween. You pretty much answered like what you had planned. I know it's August, but you know,
Right.
just
Like
work with me if you can. Do you have any typical like Halloween orders that you usually do, or nothing?
no. Honestly, I don't do that holiday sales. And if I do, it's very like spontaneous.
Spontaneous, gotcha. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot to ask the main question. I went straight through the whole thing, and I forgot to ask the question. What you got baking over there? That's the main thing I want to know. What you
Right
baking
now?
over here right now?
It's actually right here. It's soft
Oh, he already got the prototype.
and it's cut. It's a shipping box. It was for a brand deal. But it's all cut and
Brand
stuff.
deal?
So
Wow, dang. So it's a package. So
yeah,
what's the
it's
packaging companies?
Shippo. I don't know if you use them.
I've heard of it, but I've
That's what I use. I use it. So by the way, if you ever want a brand new, you should reach out to the people you use. That's an easy way to get
definitely reach out to
extra
make sure
money.
your analytics are good, because they'll look at
Yeah.
that.
And they agreed. So we have a brand deal. And brands pay well.
It's who? Sippo? Let me.
I honestly be DMing just any company. Like I'll DM like whoever makes these gloves. I just be DMing people.
Yeah,
You never know who's gonna say yeah.
it's crazy how easy it is to get a brand deal, though, for real. Like, and I don't mean to sound like cocky when I say that, but I'm like, no, like most of the brand deals that I've gotten, they reached out to me, but some of them I've reached out to them, and they just, if you just make the first step and just do,
Right.
open
Especially if
yourself
you have an
up,
idea
then
for it.
sometimes you just got to throw yourself off the cliff. I know that sounds weird.
I do. Like I swear, if you go to my DMs, it's like a ton of like brand like Oreo. It'll be like any company. I just
Yeah. Because I live the life like of a model that says, let them tell you no. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, just do it. And if they say no, then move on. It's not a
Right. I'm not even thinking twice of it though. Like I'm DMing and like I already forgot about them. So if they answer me, great. If they don't, oh well.
It is what it is. You move on to
Like
the
I'm not
next.
right.
Because there's millions, if not billions, of brands. So it's
Right.
like, yeah. So I love that you said that. That's amazing. Okay, cool. Awesome. What kind of cake that was? What flavor?
It was vanilla with chocolate buttercream. Just simple.
Simple, but it's just as hell.
Classic. Classic.
I love it so
I
much.
do have
Is that
a
your
order
mix?
now. Is that yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm
Always.
sure the mix. I need to get my hands on them for real. Because sometimes low key, I'll be lazy to make stuff from scratch, and I don't need all that time for that. But anyway, but yeah, so Justin here owns a business. Tell everybody about your business, what you specialize in, and I will remind everybody that you're 19 years old. Take over.
So I own everything just baked. And by the way, a lot of people really thought this was a wall. It's not. It's just a backdrop.
That's amazing, though. I love it.
Yeah, branding, and it's like a basic wall behind me. So I was like, why not put something?
No, it's
extra.
smart.
Uh,
I need to think about that. Dang, mine just looks so plain. I need to. I'm
yeah,
like,
get your logo or something. But
yes.
anyways, I specialize in custom cakes. I don't do treats, so don't ask me to do treats. But then I also teach classes. I have my own product line, like cake mix. And yeah,
At 19. Dang, that's crazy. So, like,
yeah.
all of this stuff that came in. Well, I have two questions. Let me ask the first one. Is your name part of your name? Everything just baked. So your name is Justin. So did that come
It just like
here?
worked out, It was kind of just like like people kind of call me Just. So it just worked out.
And I know we talked about this before, but like your name is so common that I'm like could not believe that it was available when you looked it up. Like everything
Well,
just
it's
like that.
well, yeah, I'm actually surprised too.
That's crazy. I feel like even like Instagram usernames, I would see like certain names that is not by certain people. I'm like, that was available.
I
Like that
know,
was
I know.
it's crazy. And your names is one of them. I think that's pretty cool though. But
Yeah,
especially if you
that's
brand
another thing. That's a pet peeve of mine, actually. I hate when people choose Instagram names that would be like something
everything
spelled.
underscore just underscore
Oh my god, yes,
underscore
1, 2, 3, or like baked is like spelt with like a Z or something. Like it's just too confusing,
big, but like the at sign.
Yeah, like it's if you're doing this as a business, like don't do that. Like it's too confusing. Like just choose a different name. Like honestly, like if I'm starting a new business, like the first thing I would do is go on Instagram and try like the names I'm thinking of, because like if it's not on Instagram, like it's not like worth it.
Yeah. And that's a good tip though. Like when you're thinking about a name, make sure that it's
Yeah,
available not just in the state, in the US, but on
on
social media too.
socials, yeah,
Because
because you
you
want to be consistent. Like you don't want your Facebook to be now like I don't know, like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want it random. You want it
yeah,
consistent.
complex. It's complicated when because especially when people are trying to look for you. Like I'm that
Right.
type of consumer that if I cannot find you, I gave up. I'm
I'm
done.
gone.
I'm moving on. Like I will
I'm the
Google
same
you,
way.
and if there's like 15 different things, like I'm like
I'm
no.
the same way. Plus,
Simplify.
also like 15, it's just not professional. Like everything just make 15. Like,
No, that I agree with you. I agree with you, and they can come for us. I don't care
I
because
know people are gonna come to me this whole interview.
come for me, chill. That's not what I'm saying. Look, we're trying to help you out. That's it. Okay. But yeah, I agree. Definitely be simple. Like I've had changed my name like 5 times before I
Right.
did mine. Did you go through that experience too, or it was just everything just
So originally it was just bacon shake because I wanted to open up a bakery that also sold milkshakes like crazy. So but then I woke up and I hated it. Like I just didn't like it anymore. So now it's everything just baked. Before that, I think that was it before that. I haven't gone through like much. Like I never did like Justin and baked cakes or something like that.
yeah. I got you. Yeah, I started at 13. So, 13-year-old just coming up with a name by himself. Yeah, that was
I can imagine.
what was it? I can't remember. I think it was something so common. It was like Baker's Delight or something like it was.
All right, that is very
I'm like gagging. Okay.
common.
I hated that. And then it went from like, no, I'm lying. It was Malik's Yummy's Treats at
I
first.
hate that. I hate that. Yummy kind of makes me feel uncomfortable.
Like those of you listening, I got my hands on my neck. I do not like it. Yeah, it was Malik's Yummy's Treats. Again, it was like 13, just trying to come up with
Right. All right.
and then I think it was Baker's Delight, because I think that was something that I saw on Vistaprint. And then it
Okay.
went from that to something else that I can't remember. And then it was Sweet Slices, which it was good at first, but then I'm selling cookies.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah. Make sure it makes sense.
Yeah, like
Make
it's
it
not.
make sense.
Shout out to my sister. It's not giving. Like
Right.
this is not working. So I'm like, and then I was like, I want something with my name in it because I know for a fact it's going to be available because nobody in this God-given earth got my name. So I'm
You're
like,
right.
I need something with my name, and then I was like, what can I pick? Oh, frosted, like that. Because everything I do, whether it's cookies, cake,
Now I like it. I like the name now. It's clean. It's just nice.
I got the approval. So thank you so much. So now I won't change nothing, and it's already bought on all platforms, so nobody can take it, which I like. So I'm happy. But yes, speaking of, we can go back to the beginning a little bit. What got you started into baking? Like I said, I was 13. I've actually, a lot of people know I was a drug dealer in high school. Sugar is a drug.
Make that money.
Okay, I had literally like a coat with pockets, and I had chocolate chip cookies, and I was
Make that
selling
money.
2 for $1. Like, so I was a drug dealer, y'all. So,
Hustler.
but what was your drug dealer moment?
Um, I used to bake a lot when I was young, like with my parents, and my grandma. And I used to have like the easy bake oven, but just like all those gadgets to avoid using the oven. Like I had like everyone. Like I mean like a muffin one, a donut one, a cupcake one, like each one, like
Yeah.
but then like I just got over those. And I also baked a lot because again, I like desserts. Like if I was in the mood to like, I don't know, eat some cookies, like I'll go bake cookies. Like I'm baking what I want to eat. So
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed it and continued it.
Wow. I love that. I love that you had that. I want to say, I don't want to say typical story, but I feel like a lot of
It's kind of
bakers,
typical.
like a typical, you was in the kitchen. Because there are a lot of people that I've met and did not have that experience. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm one of them. Like my grandma's family is from the Caribbean, so like they don't really bake that much. We just eat food. So growing up, I'm just like, I never
Right.
had that typical moment. I just wanted to make money. Okay. That was the
Okay.
first thing. And,
Okay.
and then I just like dessert. So then I put the two together. I was like, let me make them,
Making money.
make money. Right? Exactly. So I just felt like that was my story. But that's really cool to hear that, there are a lot of bakers still now, like growing up, still having to have that experience. So that's really pretty much cool. Another question that I have for you that I think would also shift everything. You grew up in the kitchen, you baked, but you did not go to culinary school, correct?
I did not.
And you
Correct.
don't plan to
I do not plan
this
to.
moment. Okay, so I want you to
I don't plan to. Not at this moment. I don't plan to.
not at this moment. Yes. So I just want you to like kind of express that detail because there are a lot of people who are growing up, even now, not even growing up, but just baking, and they feel like they need the education to be able to, succeed in the industry. So can you give a little bit of 2 cents from your perspective of, because you're the son, and you ain't even got no culinary school degree, and I feel like, damn, I should have just went through too. Because I went to culinary school, y'all, but I've already explained my piece on that. Y'all can watch a few episodes back on that, but it's just in turn. So go ahead.
So honestly, I never felt like college was for me. Like even like freshman year, like I was like, I just like everyone was like talking about the colleges, like like Harvard. Like I never had an interest to go to Harvard. I never had like interest or any of that. All I had was the interest was to apply to see if I'd get accepted, but I never did that. So I kind of always felt like college wasn't for me. And then by the time it was like junior year, like college time, all my friends were going to culinary school. Because by the way, in my high school, like I had a big high school, like 1,000 people in my graduating class. So, like it's a big high school and stuff. It's a technical school too. So like you choose your shop. So I was in the culinary arts shop. So all my friends were obviously cooking. So a lot of them went to like Johnson and Wales, CIA, all those stuff. And I even did a culinary competition post start. By the way, we got fourth in the nation and first in states, obviously. So like I can cook too. And like I won scholarship money, all that stuff. I just never used it because like generally, like I just didn't feel like it was for me. First of all, college is expensive. Like keep that in mind. Like culinary school, especially like some of the culinary schools y'all be going to, like Johnson Wales is a hefty check. CIA, what's the other ones? Like ICU, another one, like they're not cheap unless you're in a community. But then again, with the community, I feel like a lot of them don't even have like baking and pastry stuff just because they don't have like the capacity.
Yeah.
So like I was like the expense is not worth it. And then also like I was like, are they really gonna teach me like running a business and like cakes? Because the other thing that always bothers me is the ads. Like they come up on like my Facebook when I'm on it. Like it would be like for I think it's ice or something like that. It'd be the ugliest cake. Like it'd be like from the 1950s. Like I don't want to be making like a 1950 cake, Like I want to be making like modern like shipping cakes, like marble cakes, not no like piping and like gum paste roses and stuff. Like that was just never my interest personally.
Yeah. It's not mine either. That's too much work.
Like I'm not trying to do classic. Like I honestly don't have an interest like the classic like I'm not even trying to be
what is that? The not the dowels. What is that? Like the drapes?
Right. I'm not even trying. I don't even care to be like the best cake decorator in the world. Like I know I'm not. I don't have an interest to be. I'm not interested in being the best baker.
Oh, stop.
Like I'm not interested in all that. I like I'm just not interested. So I don't care to learn all these like little techniques. I don't even care learning the proper way. So
Yeah.
I just felt like if I went to cloning school, it would be very like traditional and it's gonna be like very basic. Because I already started doing cakes. So like if you're already like familiar with cakes, like you're kind of already ahead of everyone. So I was like,
Yeah.
this is really not for me. And if I'm gonna spend the money, like I'm gonna waste it. If I generally went, I felt like I would have dropped out. The only downfall I wish I went is because like the social aspect. So, like if you're like my age, like that's the only downfall that you don't get that part. But then
Yeah.
again, like are you gonna spend like 50,000 for like the social aspect, you know? So don't
Right.
think you need to go to college, like you need that degree to run a business or to sell cakes or something like that. It's literally just a piece of paper.
Right. Say that again for the people in the back.
It's just a piece of paper. Like
A
I get
piece of
like
paper.
the accomplishments, especially like in like the black community, because it's not as common. It's like I definitely get it. Just like if you're if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, like it's really not worth it. And if you have a skill set, like and that doesn't involve college. Like obviously, if you're trying to be a doctor, you have to go. But
Yes.
if you're trying to be like a lash tech, like why are you going to college? Like just get your like license and then start working.
Yes, exactly. Like be trained in the right way. You definitely can. You
Right.
do not need to go to college for culinary school because there are restaurants, there are bakeries that you can employ at and
Right.
learn a lot more.
You're gonna get employed at, you're gonna get paid, like, and then you're learning. Like,
Exactly. And you'll learn a lot of different skill sets, like you said, like customer service. And speaking of, like you said, the social aspect, if you're missing out, you're paying for that you're not gonna have when you are leaving. Like you're gonna be
okay, that's
working.
fair.
So it's like,
That's
and
fair.
kind of you're kind of building the social because you have to talk in order to market your business, customer service. It's like, I
But
could
it's
be,
not the same. It's not the same like
I
college,
know.
you know?
Yeah, but I'm
But
just
that's a
like,
good
all
point.
that
Like
gonna
you're
be
gonna
gone.
4 years and then you're like you're gonna have like, you know,
Yeah.
it's a good point. That
So
made
right
me feel
now you
better.
don't regret it. Like it's not something that.
No, just besides like the social aspect, besides that, no. Honestly, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for
And
your
they're not gonna
perspective.
also remind you, like they're not gonna teach you how to like open up a bakery. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna teach you maybe like how to break down a recipe to know how much it costs you to make. But honestly, like you shouldn't need college to be able to do that. Like that's like basic math. Like a lot of it's like basic. So like just read a
Yeah.
book or watch a video or something.
Yeah.
Don't think you have to spend thousands of dollars. Like a lot of my friends even DM me, they'll be like, "Oh my god, did you go to college?" Because I'm in college and like I'm debating if it's worth it. Like, yeah, probably not.
Yeah. What were you? I needed you like 5 years ago. That wait, 5 years ago, you was probably
But then again, also like I didn't care to learn the pastries and stuff. So maybe like it's different for everyone. Like don't like only take my word, but
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
if you're trying to be like a classically trained, like stuff like that, then maybe go. But
Yeah.
honestly, like I've talked to like a lot of like pastry chefs, stuff like that. They're like, what do you need college for, honestly? And especially if you're trying to be a chef, they say like you learn the most being in it because like being I don't know if you ever worked in a restaurant, but working in a restaurant is very different than like
Yes,
school.
it is
I
very
interned
much.
one time. Yeah, someone asked me because I did the culinary competition, so he offered me like an internship and stuff. His restaurant was nice. It was a very high end restaurant and stuff. But like, I was like, this is not for me. Like, I wanted to be a chef at one point, and then like that was like my wake up call.
It's
It's way
very
too
fast
fast
paced.
paced. Yes. The heat, I don't like heat, and like these people be sweating over the stove. Like you're like sweating your food. Like that's how much they be sweating. I don't like that. I don't like it's just too fast for me. Like I'm not like no, it just was way too much for me at once. So it just
Yeah.
wasn't for me. So
I got you. No, I worked at a fast food restaurant and that was it. I was like 3
right.
months. I'm done. This is not for me. And the only reason why I worked there is because I was under 18 and I was turning 18 in 3 months in order to get the job at the bakery because you have to be 18.
Mhm.
Can't wait. But I turned 18, I left. That was it. I
I
was
don't
like,
blame
I don't
you.
want like there's
Right.
no creativity. I'm doing the same thing over and
Hmm.
over and over, like flipping burgers. I don't like that. And that's no shade to anybody that if you like your job, good for you. But
Right.
it's not for me. I can't do
Or
that.
if you like college, that's fine still.
Yes,
It's
and
just
it's totally fine. And I just wish I had gotten your like expertise on that. Like, cause I only went for, like you said, the social reason. And just so I could have the piece of paper. That was it. I didn't care about the pastries. I mean, I will say I did learn a lot. You will learn a lot. But am I utilizing that knowledge
I was gonna
now?
say, especially like think about like your long-term plan if possible. Like, what do you actually like want to do in your business? Like, are you trying to sell like cakes? Because like I don't think they teach you that much like modern cakes in culinary
4
school.
weeks. That was
That's what I'm
it.
saying. Like,
And I got an A+. But anyway, in about
I feel like in like baking, like you're gonna learn a lot of, like breads, like stuff like
yeah.
that,
Like
pastry.
the most probably like I guess mind-blowing thing I've ever learned was probably like croissants from scratch. But am
Right.
I
Like,
making croissants from scratch? No,
no.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go to the store and give me some Pillsbury. Like, come on here. Like, I'm not about to keep
Right.
laminating this dough over.
It's
Like,
not in your business, you
it's
know?
not, and it's not in your passion as well. Like, not in my passion.
Right.
So just do what you think you're passionate about. If you want to do it all, then go to culinary school. But if you're focusing on certain things, then maybe it may not be the best. But
And keep in mind like your financial status, obviously. Like if you can't afford it, like don't try to go. It's not gonna be worth
for
it.
sure.
Like don't think you have
Definitely not. Oh yeah. So yeah, but thank you for your perspective on that. I feel like a lot of people would learn from what you said. And I like to bring that topic up because I really want to know from different people's perspective. And he's 19, y'all. It's successful. Okay, 6 figures. So
But like I said, even though I didn't go to culinary school, I can cook. Okay. Like I said, I won a cooking competition. Like I made foie gras. I know how to cook.
we're gonna forget about this question for now. What I love food. So like what is your specialty? Like what's your favorite food? Or like what would you like if I was to come to your house right now and you're cooking dinner? I don't know, we're just hypothetically speaking. What you cooking?
First of all, I'm lazy, so like I don't like cook that often. But when I do, I like to cook steak. But like I'm also like I call myself a snob for a lot of things. Like I'm a like pancake snob of a steak snob. Like I won't eat a cheap steak. Like I hate like a cheap steak. Like it really depresses me like a cheap steak. Like I won't order it if they like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I need like a ribeye. I need like a good quality steak, not like nothing cheap.
Listen, steak is expensive, so you might as well get
right. That's what I'm saying. Like
the best of the best.
How do you eat your steak?
You might not like me, but
yeah, because that's
it got to be done.
No.
It got to be done.
We want to have dinner together. I want to invite you.
That's what
I want to have invited you. Like honestly, if you told me that, I'd be like, no.
Invitation revoked. My food card is revoked. Yeah. I like I can do medium well, but it gotta be close to bunch.
No. You manufacture by cheap steak. It's gonna taste like cheap steak.
I can't. How do you like your steak?
Medium rare. That's the best way. I'm telling you.
That's ground beef. Like that's ground beef.
No, it's good.
That's literally
good. It's safe. It's good. It's good.
I'm a texture person, so I can't
no, like it's just like melts in your mouth, like especially a good quality
that's
steak.
What I don't.
Okay, moving on because you just made me mad. Let's just move on. Just move on. I hate this. Like it really bothers me when people order me like well. Like if I was a server, I wouldn't like I don't think I could like like as a chef, like I wouldn't offer it. It's just like no, like I hate it. I'm just being honest. Like if you order yours well done, like you need like therapy or something. Like
oh my god, I'm supposed to. I'm happy. Oh my goodness. Literally, when people ask me that question, how you like your steak, I'm like, be prepared, y'all.
You should be like, I'd be embarrassed to say that. Like,
not embarrassed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And I have no shame because I will tell the waiter or the waitress, bunk, dead.
No.
Like, it needs to be.
I'd be so mad.
And people be like, it's dry. No, it's not.
It is. It is. It's dry. Like
are we having our first debate right
now? Move on. Like next question.
I'm triggering him. Okay. Well, now I know what bothers him, so I will make him some well done steak.
I probably wouldn't eat it. Like if I'm being that honest, like I'm like
I now know what to bring.
I'm a snob.
Okay, no. Got it. Awesome. So if you want to get on his nerves, y'all just talk about well done steak and how much you got. Okay?
Honestly, yes.
DM him now. Anyway, no, No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. My next question is, it's Halloween, so I gotta ask some Halloween questions. It's really weird, so don't judge me. But you know what a Ouija board is? A Ouija board? You seen it? Would you play with one if you had the chance?
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me like that stuff.
I would too. I really would. Like I'm really crazy. Like I would do that. Oh my god. Okay, I did not expect that answer from you. All right, awesome. What question would you ask? Oh, you haven't thought about it.
I haven't thought about it. Like honestly, like I said, it really doesn't bother me like that. Like
Well, I would just ask what's the lottery numbers. That's what I would ask. But anyway.
honestly.
All right. Next question. You say you don't watch scary movies, but like, do you have a favorite scary movie, horror movie? Villain, something?
I don't watch enough scary movies, if I'm being honest.
Oh my god.
I
Have you
really
ever
don't.
seen one like that you remember? Even if you didn't like it or like
I've seen like the blindfold one, or like he's blind or something. I forgot.
what is that one called? Lights
Like,
Out? I think it's called
yeah,
Lights
something like
Out.
that. Something like that.
That
But
was
it's like
good
it's more like
though.
it's not really scary. It's kind of humorous, like in a sense.
Yeah, it's like a thriller. I mean, it does get you like, because there was a lot of things that happened in that
Yeah.
moment. That's like A Quiet Place. Like A Quiet Place is like that
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's quiet. I didn't realize that whole movie was gonna be quiet for real. Like I thought
Right.
they were talking. Like I did not know they took that literal. Like, but I felt honored though, because I ain't trying to spoil it for y'all, but in the movie there's a kid and he has hearing aids, and I have hearing aids. I'm hard of hearing. So when I saw that, I was like, you need to tell me he saved the day with the hearing aids, and I got some right now. Like that's amazing. So if I ever am in this environment, like I think that's the reason why I watch horror movies, because I try to like watch it. So in case if it happens for real,
Not you thinking that way.
I'm trying to plan. I'm a planner, so I'm like I gotta watch this. So in case it happens, I know what I need to do, because I don't got it doesn't scare me. Sometimes it does, but it's like if it like what's
I got
the Purge?
That's not really scary though.
It's not, but if it happens, I know what I need to do. That's what I'm
That's true.
like.
That's
I
true.
got a plan. Like I'm like,
That's true.
like now I know I need a basement just in case. So
You're right.
like Halloween stuff like that. But yeah, so well, I guess I can share my favorite horror villain. Who's my favorite horror villain? I love Chucky. Like, do you like Chucky? Chucky at all? He just bit his lips, y'all. He was like, I don't. Moving on. He's like, no, I love Chucky. I love those movies. I didn't when I was a kid, but obviously I was a kid. So, another question is haunted house season. Do you go to haunted houses? Do you?
I do.
Ooh, I do too. It's a tradition over here. I just grab my friends, the ones that don't like it, and we go. I love to not force, maybe not, let me not use that word. I love to encourage, that's the word, people to do things with me. Like even watch scary movies too. Like if you were here and we were fine, I'd be like, let's go watch the new scary movie that's coming out. Like, let's go. And then you be looking at me like, Malik, I gotta clock in. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but when you clock out, we can like
Sure.
Yeah, see. But once you blink, we're in the theater, so it's not fine. Anyway, but if you were there to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
As long I wouldn't want to do it alone, obviously. But yeah.
Oh, you should bring your mom. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, we've been to haunted houses before.
Really?
I'm honestly more the dramatic one than a haunted house.
Now, speaking of scared or scaring people, you did tell me one time that you be scaring your mom.
I do.
She easily gets scared.
I scare my whole family. My whole family. It'd be too easy. That's why.
I wish my grandma is too, but like, see, the thing is, she throw things when you scared.
Oh,
so
okay.
I can't do it.
Imagine.
Yeah. So it's like I can't get away with that, but you probably could. So it's fine. Oh my goodness. Okay, another question about Halloween. Are you oh Lord, this word was hard. Superstitious. There we go. I almost said superstitious, but superstitious. Are you superstitious of anything?
Not really, honestly. I'm not like that tight.
I don't have I believe in universe and stuff like that, but I don't think it's nothing like what is it? What's like those bad luck stuff? Like if a black cat crosses you, it's bad.
Yeah, I don't
know. None of that bothers me. Okay, cool. I'll ask one more question before we actually, well, two more questions, but one more question before we get into the last question. Do you have any scary stories as far as a baker, where it's any orders or anything that scared the crap out of you?
Yeah, there's one time it was like such a busy weekend, and it was a Monday order. So Monday orders always throw like me off.
Mm-hmm.
And I had filming, like I was filming for Fox in the morning. So I was like early too, because I was like Fox morning. So I was like exhausted. I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'm sleeping. Like, don't bother me. And then this person, she's been like emailing me, texting me, calling me, and like I had my phone on do not disturb, so I didn't answer and stuff. I was filming. And I finally like just check my emails and say, hey, when can I pick up the cake? Hey, following up, when can I pick up the cake? I was like, oh my God, what cake? Luckily though, I had cake left over from the weekend in the freezer. So I was like able to do it real fast. That was like, I was stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I was stressed.
So you got lucky though, because you had that cake.
No, I
If you
did.
didn't have that cake, you would
I
have
did.
been more stressed.
I did.
Like,
I like told you, oh yeah, of course you can come later this evening.
oh,
Knowing I didn't
wow.
start it yet.
So lucky. Oh my goodness. That wasn't that scary, but I could see in the
It was
situation,
scary in the moment.
your heart dropped because, you
Yeah.
know, it's business. Okay, cool. And then I have to save this question for last because, you know, I'm sure everybody want to know, what are you scared of?
What am I scared of? Snakes.
You scared of what?
Snakes.
Oh, snakes. I thought you said something else. I'm like, what? Snakes. Oh, so like
Yeah.
if there was one in the room, you're not.
No, like I would be freaking out.
You're out. You're done.
I'm gone. Honestly, most animals, if it was in a room, I'm out. Like I'm fine with dogs and stuff like that. Like I love dogs, but like mice, I'm probably out. Like
Mice?
yeah.
Yeah, my mom doesn't like mice. She hates mice.
No.
The mice don't bother me. Snakes, I don't think it bothers me. I'll be watching snake videos, so I don't think
No, they be scary. That's scary. I don't do snakes.
You know they be scary.
No, they are.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at how you said it. You were like, you scary. Let me see. I don't. What am I scared of? Oh, heights.
All right.
Don't-
Heights don't really bother me.
I don't like heights. Heights bug the hell out of me. I cannot. Like, if I am on the 15th floor, I cannot look below me. I cannot look outside. Maybe I can look
It's
outside.
not. I'm not that sick. It doesn't really bother me.
I start to get anxiety and I start shaking and I'm like, oh my God, because I feel like I'm gonna fall and I just don't. But what's crazy is I be low key conquering the fear, but like I did parasliding, what's it? Parasliding,
Parasailing.
parasailing. Thank you. I did parasailing. I've done a Ferris wheel multiple times. I went to Vegas, had dinner at like the tallest building, not the tallest building, but it's the stratosphere,
Yeah.
110 floors up. I had dinner
That's
there and
cool.
it's spinning. I've done
Yeah,
stuff
I've
like
seen
this,
that.
and I'm still scared. Like I even did the ski slope like a couple of months ago, and my legs is like shaking, and I'm like, why do I do this to myself? I think I'm trying to get rid of it, but it can't go away, Justin. So I don't know how.
It will.
But
It will.
I don't know. Because someone told me do skydiving, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. Like, to jump off a plane,
I think I need someone to push me, but that'll be good.
push you. Oh,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need like that little encouragement.
no,
I
you
don't know
push
if
me.
I'll be
We
able
fight
to
in
jump.
midair. We
No,
fight.
I think I need to push.
Wait, are you saying push like metaphorically, or are you just saying like
No, I mean
someone
like
to actually push
literally.
you?
Or like just like drag me with them. Like I think I just need that like I need that like
That's not happening. No. So heights, snakes. So don't bring no snake around here, and don't bring nothing around me like now. So yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Awesome. That's nice. Nice to know about that. So now we'll get into our deep conversations, which we will talk about. Usually it's something controversial, but I think for the first time today, we're going to talk about something that may help a lot of people, which I'm excited about because I have someone here that is very knowledgeable over the topic that we're going to discuss. And today we're going to talk about are you running your business properly? Or the right way, or the correct way. And yes, there is a correct way to run your business, especially your baking business. And Justin here has not only a course, but an ebook on business credit and running your business. So if you are interested in that, you can definitely check that out on his website. And we're just gonna talk about like a little. We're gonna give you a little bit of it, just a little bit. I feel like it would be worth it for you guys out here. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and give him the floor and what he would like to talk about, and I'm gonna be over here taking notes, maybe because I don't know, he just tell me something that I may not.
Chime in. You know your business too.
I do, but I don't know. But yeah,
Okay.
so what are a few things that you can help certain people if they're starting out a new business, or they might already have a business, but they don't know certain things? What are important things?
Where to start off with, honestly.
Or maybe what are maybe like I want to say list 3 to 5 things that people are doing wrong. Would that be
wrong? Okay, that might be harder.
Oh, we'll do
it. I'm just gonna say whatever comes to my mind.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there.
Go ahead.
For starters, financial literacy is super important. They don't teach in school, and I just graduated. Like they have like one course on it, and it's like an online course, so they don't even care about it. Like everyone teaches it, but so financial literacy is important though, so make sure you know it. I would say what are people doing wrong? First off, like we mentioned, the business name. Honestly, it's a pet peeve of mine. I hate the 15. It's just not professional. And then like the same thing with like at Gmail, like it's not that professional. Like you should change it to like something, you know, like info@everythingjustbake.com or
like buy email domain, I think it's called.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
Like that. Yeah,
it's just like imagine like Walmart@gmail.com email you. Like that's like a red flag, you know. Yeah. So you don't want to
like G Suite. That's the one. That's what exactly. I use.
That works. I think I use GoDaddy or something like that.
Yeah.
But these are just like the ones I'm listening to, like little like minor things like that bring you from like another scale. Especially if you're trying to charge like, you know, premium pricing. Like I feel like your business should look like a premium business. Like the name, like you don't want a ghetto name, you know.
Just like that buttercream he said earlier, he updated it.
No, I'm serious about that too.
Update.
I'm serious about like you shouldn't be using shortening, honestly. Like and then people always say like the heat, like just like handle the cake properly. Like just stop allowing people to like want their cake outside. Like you can tell them like you can put your cake outside, but I'm not responsible for the milk. Like you know, like stop worrying. Because like Crisco, like
you're not liable for
right.
Yeah, like certain damages. That's actually true. I like that because I stopped telling people too. Like I'm just like, if you want to put it outside, that's you. That didn't make sense.
I tell them. I just make it clear like the cake's for them out. Like there's nothing you can prevent
it's gonna happen. So yeah, you know, that's like warning. What's that supposed to call like a contract? Do you also suggest contracts?
Yeah, so that goes with payment. So like I don't like when people do like the Cash App or like Zelle or Venmo. Like I used to do that too. Like I think that's a sign of like an amateur.
So have I, but yeah.
It's just like a professional, especially Cash App. Like imagine someone like Cash Apping you like $500 for the wedding cake or something. Like it's just not that professional.
It's not.
Especially again, if you're trying to get these like higher end orders, like they're gonna want like a receipt or something.
An invoice.
So exactly that's what I do. I do invoicing, and then with my invoice, I describe the order so this way you're protected. Like I'll be like, it's a 6-inch cake, so that they can't call me later.
Right.
Yeah. I'd be like, the date is this day, delivery or pickup. I make it clear, like you chose pickup. The flavor, just because people are like funny like that, so, like I just make it clear. And then attach the invoice. I have a contract. They probably don't read it. I just link it. So like, and then I write like, through payment, you're agreeing to this contract. So they don't physically sign off on it, but they're signing off on it in a sense. I doubt people read it. Again, that's not your problem. So you should definitely have a contract. But in terms of like more people are just starting off, like I feel like that's a little more advanced. But the better you are, honestly, you should do it sooner.
Yeah.
But if you're starting off, I would suggest having I feel like you gotta spend money. Like I know people are afraid to spend money, but I feel like you kind of gotta spend money, like at least in the beginning, spend money to make money. You know, so like I feel like a website you should have. Even if you made the website yourself and it's like a Google website or something like that, something free, like you should have it just because again, it's more professional. Like imagine like, I don't know, like what's a major brand like
Fashion Nova.
Right, like you know, and then you also get more orders from your website. Like I get a lot of like Google orders, like people search up like cakes in Jersey, so like I'll pop up because I like, you know, I get a lot of traffic. It's like if you don't have a website, you're missing out on a lot of orders. And again, you don't seem professional. Like the only way I can find you is through Instagram. Like that's just like not the best. Yeah.
And I can interject real quick. Like I said earlier, I like to think of myself as a consumer, and as a consumer, I am bougie. Like I want to shop at the best of the best. So just think of yourself if you're shopping at big brands, study what they're doing. Like look at their website, look at their name, look at everything. If you want to apply that to your own business, that's what you're trying to embody, not copy, but embody to be professional or as much as professional as you can, basically. So that's just a quick little tip that I can say because a lot of people may not know, like all the stuff that we say. I know it's like lack of knowledge, like you said, Cash App or whatever. Like they really think that's the best way, and it's like, no, you don't go to Walmart and pay Cash App. We don't do that. You go swipe card. So find a way to get a POS system or some type of invoicing system. Like if you're seeing something that's different, like
I agree.
Look at certain things. So yeah, so I just have to put that in there before you move on to the next one real quick. But yeah,
I agree. I do the same thing too. I look at other people, like for instance, I'll look at your website and see like what you do. I'll see how you're like advertising something, or like to like look at us, look at like literally you can like copy like what I'm doing, like how I take orders. Like you could take from my custom order form, just like look at what other people are doing and trying to implement it into your business.
Yeah.
Especially if you're starting off. And then also like you should try to be like, it's just like being professional is super important, especially if you're tired of getting like cheap clients, like those kind of clients, like they're difficult and stuff. You're probably getting them because of how you run your business, like getting Cash App. Like those are the kind of people that are like cheaper. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, what about people who have like their website is a Facebook page?
No. Yeah, no. It's just not professional.
I cannot. Like
even like as a consumer, like you said, like I probably wouldn't choose to shop with you. Like
I wouldn't.
Especially if you're charging me a lot, then we got like a bigger problem,
Yes. And building a website is not expensive, y'all. I know there's like a lot of income and expenses that we go through, but I'm like, even Wix.com is for like I have Squarespace, Shopify. Shopify is $30 a month. So just invest $30 a month and just build your website and do what you gotta do. It's a free trial for 14 days. Take the next 14 days to build a website, figure it out, learn everything, and like just get a website.
To be honest, I wouldn't even do Shopify just because like if you're starting off, I'm assuming you're not really selling, like you don't need an e-commerce site.
Yes.
So like he's paying for an e-commerce site. I'm paying for an e-commerce site.
Yes.
So I would like think of your website as your portfolio, like and just like contact. It's just bringing you to another level of professionalism. Have your location. That bothers me. In the bio, people don't be having their location. Like it really be bothering me. Like it should be like clear. Like it really bothers me. Unless you don't sell things like that. If you're a content creator, obviously that's different. But if you're selling cakes and like, you know what I'm saying? Like as a consumer, like I was like, this one like my grandma's like, we were throwing her a party. I think it was like 70 or something. And I wanted to buy custom cookies. I don't do them. So I was trying to find people local to me if it was last minute and stuff. But these mad people wouldn't put like where they're located. Like it doesn't have to be that. Like don't put your address. Just put like at least like northern New Jersey or
city
like
and state.
Right, something. At least the state. Like give me something. Like
at least so I know that I have to literally check my to remember if I have my.
It really bothers me. It really bothers me.
I have Houston, Texas. It's like
that's what I'm saying. That's fine. That's like just let me know. Like I don't need your address. I just need to know like whereabout. Like
where are you based in?
Because then it'd be like I'm like about to pay. Like we discuss the whole order. And then you'd be like, oh yeah, but I'm located in California. Would you like pick up? No, I don't want no pickup.
How am I supposed to know that?
like Yeah, because you're not thinking of it because like you just know where you are, but like you know what I'm saying, like it's not gonna come to you, so just have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure. Another thing that like there's just a lot of things that like I feel like I need to bring up. I want to do a course like more of like a beginner guide or something like that. Like photos, like videos and photos. Like people be killing me. Like I see like it'd be killing me. Like to my core, it hurts. I don't know if it's just because I'm younger, so like comes easy to me, but like. Just some of the pictures people be posted. It'd be like the blurriest picture or like the ugliest picture possible. Like I know, like it's just giving like you just didn't try. Like I don't even know. Like I'm just being rude, but like you know,
no, it's all about quality for sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like and then like people like wonder like why I'm not getting orders. Well, because like your picture mad ugly.
I'm
It's
gonna
just the
say
truth.
something too.
I'm very honest too.
I'm gonna join the wagon and I'm gonna say something too. You know what I hate, and I hope we don't do this. Watermarks. I hate
Oh my
that.
god.
I hate the
Okay, you could do watermarks, but it has to be like small in the corner. Don't be putting it in the middle of the photo. Like
that watermark be like this.
I
Like
know, like
this is my logo. Like this. Like
I know.
literally. Just here, the whole video. And
So,
I'm like,
first of all, think about like unless you're like huge, that's different. But like if you're like small, no one's taking your photo. Like no one cares enough to take your photo. And if someone does take your photo, like it's not gonna affect you. Like it's
yes.
just like, you know, it's different if you're like millions. That's okay. Maybe you have something, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't watermark any of it. Videos like filters. Like I don't know. Again, it's probably because I'm younger and like a lot of my audience I find like a little older. Like people be using like filters. It just be too distracting. And I feel like
on their like products or just on themselves,
yeah,
like in general. Like
no, not in their stuff. Like more like on their products. Like it would be like glitter or like I don't know, like just something very over the top. I don't know. Like my mom was the same way. Like I feel like maybe it's just like the older generation. Like she couldn't take a photo in a
I
video.
think they
Like I'm
think
like,
that's the
what
best
the
way
heck are
to
you doing?
enhance it. And I'm like, it doesn't need
No,
to be
it's killing
that.
it. It's killing
Natural
it. Like
lighting is the best. Like
even
just
if you don't like, I don't have natural lighting. Like I don't have a window
ring
in here
light.
at all. I have
Yeah.
a ring light. Like you can see on my glasses. It's right here.
Yeah.
It's bright enough. Just buy a good quality ring light. And that's literally how I film all my videos and everything. And the lighting's good. Like I feel like that's like a major sign of how to tell someone's an amateur and someone's like been doing this. Like just their photo. Like I can tell you like in an instant if you're an amateur or not. Like just by your photo. Like I feel like just scrolling through your social media, I can tell you like
Yeah.
you know.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You learn.
No.
But you know, you can tell. And I agree. I can tell too. Like just hopping on page. I'm like, oh, okay. I see. All right. You know. But you learn. I mean, and I'm sure we both have that experience because I can go back all the way to like 4 years ago. And I can look at myself and be like, oh my God. And another pet peeve I want to say too, if you're recording a video, and like say like if I'm decorating a cake and I'm in the video, make sure your background is clean and
Same thing with the photo. Same thing with the photo.
And the photo too, but like
I don't want to see no mayo behind your cake or no like a dirty dish.
I don't want to see that.
Right. Like that bothers me too. Like and the other thing, like people think like I live in like this huge house and stuff. I don't. Like at least right now, like I will, obviously. I've manifested. I'm gonna live in a huge house. However, right now I don't. I live in an apartment, everything. Like this is my kitchen's not big at all. Like you probably think it's big. However, I just like made it like that it's like good for content, you know? Like I just made this wall, put a banner up so it's a little brighter, looks nicer, and then just a blank wall. And put a table there. Like if you don't have the nicest kitchen, if your backsplash is like not the nicest, that's perfectly fine. Just like cover it up or something, you know? Like think like smart. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I totally.
You know how many people like I get so many calls like they'll be like where's your bakery located? Like people literally think I own a bakery currently, and they're like, oh my god, but your setup looks like. I'm like, yeah, I just like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm very honest, and it's a problem. I'm very honest, like brutally honest.
No, I get it. I totally get it. Like everything you're saying, I agree with. I'm just like laughing because you're saying it, and I'm just thinking it. So
I'm very like if someone asks me, like it's bad, honestly. But like I'm very honest. Like I'm gonna just tell you, like
no, it's good because people that are listening and watching they don't think about these things. And literally, like the background chip, I have to get like critiqued that way. Like your background needs to be clean. Like I remember like my napkins or like the way like because when I would decorate my cookies, I would decorate the cookie on a napkin. And like sometimes the icing would come out, so I would wipe it on the napkin, and you'll see the cookie in the excess. And someone had to be like, get that napkin out. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. So a lot of things that we're sharing is probably gonna like change people's minds after this. Like they're probably gonna be like, dang, let me go look now and see.
And it takes time. So like if you like I said, if you scroll down like our feeds, like it wasn't nice. It wasn't like the best quality. It wasn't terrible. Like I've seen some pretty bad stuff, but it wasn't like the greatest like it is now. Like it's way better. It's just obviously you're gonna learn over time, but I feel like if you're really struggling to get orders, like I feel like that's like the sign. Just think about as a consumer, like a lot, like you know, you're bougie. Like, do you want to buy a custom cake? So already you're starting off to appeal to like bougier people, because you gotta think about like who's buying custom cakes. Unless again you're not doing custom like cake work, like you know, like custom
people
cakes
who shop at Target. That's what
Exactly.
that's okay.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
and that's me. So,
Exactly.
I'm that type of person. Like on this trip that I'm going to. Well, wait, no, it's Halloween actually. We just came back from the trip. I ordered a cake and I looked at the person's page. I mean, I know the person really well, but I looked at her page. Everything is clean. Everything looks good. I'm going to be investing a lot of money. The investment is not the problem. It's like the
Right.
trust in investing my money to make sure that I am getting it from a great professional environment, great quality.
Right.
And that's just what I like. And that's just me. There are a lot of people that don't think that way. If you shop at Walmart, that's you. That's no problem. But I shop at Target. And Target is that's what I like. That's
But
what
it's
I
not
like.
also like people think it's also like kind of like a financial like what's it called? Like
Budget?
if you're like high class, middle class, low class, like it's
Oh,
not necessary about that. Like people in the low class, like they're fine paying money like for what they want. Like it doesn't
right.
matter. Like don't think like all of our clients are in the high class. Like no.
No, I just
They
like nice things. That's
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean.
saying.
Like
Like
I'm
I'm the
bougie,
same way. Like I'm not rich, but like I'm willing to spend like something on
right?
what I want,
And it's
you
not a
know?
materialistic thing neither. I
That's what
just
I'm
like
saying.
nice things. Like I
Like
want
I
to
said about the
buy
steak,
the best
I'm
of the
not gonna
best.
buy cheap steak. Like I will literally yell at my mom, like, why did you buy the steak? Like I'm like,
Here we
you
go
know,
back to the steak comment. You bought it back, not me. I'm just
it's
playing,
just
but
you know what I'm saying? Like people think like they have to get like high end customers. Obviously, like those are like great. Sometimes they're not always better.
yeah,
But literally in every like financial status, like people buy.
yeah,
You just
yeah. It's
gotta
not
make
about that
them
at all.
want it.
But as a business, you kind of want to, as far as target market, you want to kind of like, I guess for me, I want to attract those type of customers
Right.
that are high class, middle class, and like you said, low class. They will probably spend that much
That's what I'm saying.
whatever.
Like literally
But
like anyone. Like especially
yeah,
like parties, like people spend money on parties easily.
oh,
It
they go
doesn't
all out
matter
for
if
parties.
you're rich or poor, like people are spending the money. It's
Listen,
just you gotta shove up the word. And like again, some people are cheap, obviously. Some people are looking for a $50 cake.
and
They're
that's
just not
totally
for you.
fine.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
just gotta go Costco. Like they're not like I have a post that's going viral right now. Well, it's not going viral anymore because it's October. But in August, it's going viral. Mind you, I posted this back in like 4 months ago, and now it's like picking up a lot of traction. It's basically saying
I
like
remember.
the Costco. It's saying something about Costco, like the sound is like it's not the same, it's not the same, it's not the same. And like the text is like saying like I'll just go to get a cake from Costco.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same, but people are attacking me in the comments saying like Costco makes delicious cakes. Like I could get a whole custom cake in Costco. Like Costco makes the best cake. I'm like, first of all, why are you lying to yourself? Like they could make like you know like what I'm saying, like they don't make the best cake. Like you're just lying to yourself. Like they're fine cakes, like they're just not the best cake. And it's perfectly fine. I'm not judging you if you go to Costco.
Right.
I've never had a custom cake in my life until like last year. So, like I grew up with those kind of cakes still. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't grow up with custom cakes and stuff like that.
Wait a minute.
Like we had like we would get every year an ice cream cake. That was like our thing. Like I
Oh,
never
wait, you're 19. Okay, wait, okay, never mind. Okay.
because honestly, no one in my family really got custom cakes. It just wasn't like a thing in our family. It was just
Right.
like
And
it's just we would go to Costco. That's perfectly fine.
yeah.
Just you gotta find out who your target market is, and don't think like another thing that actually I know I'm all over the place, but another thing that actually bothers me a lot is people say location. Like location matters, but also doesn't matter. Like I don't know why people stress this so much. Like it really like it doesn't matter that much. Like Louis Vuitton is the same price in Texas as in like Ohio. Like it's literally the same price. Like I don't know why. I get like people in Ohio might not be able to spend as much as like in New York City. Like I get it. Their rent
Cost
is
of
different and
living.
stuff. Right, I get it. But like your cake doesn't have to cost that much cheaper. Like some people be doing. Like people just be saying like people don't spend the money, but it's like it's because you're going for the wrong people. Like you know, like in Jersey, like it's a huge like demographic of people. Like there's really rich, there's really poor, like you know,
Yeah.
middle class. It's
Yeah.
just like in every state, honestly. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people say like in every state there's rich people, there's poor people, and like middle class. You know?
I've never heard of that, but that's ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous. Because I'm like in every state, the damn gas is high. So
That's what I'm saying. Like I see it all the time, especially on TikTok. People be like, "Oh, I can't charge as much because I live in like I don't know Utah or something."
people
I'm
say
like,
that. Oh, I'm
yes, I see
sorry.
it all the time. I'm sure people watching this, like I see it all the time. I just like I don't get it. Like Target,
I've
I'm
never
sure it's
heard
the
of
same.
that. That's
It's like not that
crazy.
drastic of a change, like you know. Like I get it if you're in New York City. Obviously, you could charge more because like you're in New York City. You can charge for the demand.
Wow.
LA, but like you don't
I've
shouldn't
never
be
heard of that before.
charging.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's a no-no. That's
I hear all the time,
that's a no-no.
all the time.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Or another thing people struggle with, I feel like, is these are just things I find like people sign off for amateurish.
No, let it rip.
Um,
Go ahead.
People like they'd be like in my area, but like get out of your area. Like I live in Passaic, however, like I might have like two, three clients in Passaic that are like consistent, if that. And besides like my friends, obviously. But just because like I like a lot Passaic is like a lot of Jewish, and then there's like more like lower class. Like it's kind of mixed. Just they're not my market, and it's heavily Spanish. It's like I don't make tres leches, I don't make like Dominican cake and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine. They're just not my target audience. I'm
Yeah,
moving out to like Bergen County. They're 30 minutes away. It's not that far. Like
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people always say like in my area, but like how big's the area? Like just drive. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people are willing to drive also. I have people coming from PA. I have people coming literally yesterday. Someone drove 2.5 hours just for a 6-inch cake. I was like, okay. Like it's like
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. People don't mind driving.
Wow. So you're saying broaden your horizon. Don't stay in one area.
Right.
Yes. I
Yeah. Like
agree. I ship.
like
So
it really doesn't that's what I'm saying. Like well you can't ship cakes, but like just
well, yeah,
like
but I ship cookies. I forgot. Let me specify.
if you can ship, you should ship. If you
Yeah.
can ship, you should ship. Just also with the shipping, like be mindful. Like I feel like some people aren't mindful like what they're shipping. Like if you're shipping banana pudding, make sure you're shipping banana pudding properly because like, you know, it's kind of like the pink sauce you see on TikTok. Like
Yeah.
make sure you're doing it properly, like safety, like banana pudding needs to be kept cold. So like make sure you're not doing it like in Texas heat or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Um
Test it out. You have
that's
family
what I'm
and
saying.
friends.
Yeah,
I mean, like
like
ship it somewhere.
I know. Just make sure you're like smart about it. Like make sure you go through a process. So what I personally do is like you said, I look at everyone. Like I study what other people are doing. Even if it's social media or like a bakery. Like I literally go to bakeries all the time. Like I'm constantly in a bakery purchasing. I'm not afraid. I don't care if someone recognizes me. Like it's not like I don't care.
Yeah.
I buy, I taste test. I see like because I'm trying to open up a bakery. So like I need to see like what my competitors are. I need to see what they're doing well. I need to see what they're like failing at.
You're doing
Um,
research.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, like I'm kind of a dessert slob, so I be taste testing and everything.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people I find are doing a lot of artificial, like store-bought like icing and stuff. I personally don't recommend that. Like it's just not my thing. I don't know how people do it. The box cake, like jazzing it up, that's fine with me, but the icing kind of throws me off, if I'm being honest. Like
I
Sam's Club
agree.
icing, like it just throws me off. And then
No, I
I
agree.
hate when people be like, oh, but like it's so good, like it's the best icing. I know it's not the best icing, like you just haven't tried other icing. You know what I'm saying?
You just reminded me. I used to work at Walmart, so
That's what I'm saying.
that icing is
This
not
was
the
all
best.
over the place, honestly, this conversation.
No, it's fine. It's
But
totally fine. I mean, I'm just letting you like let it rip because honestly, it's passionate and it's genuine. You're coming from
yeah,
a
it's genuine. Like it's stuff like I've experienced, like it's all like just
yeah,
like to like succeed better. And another thing, like make it seem like you're busy. Cause like that's another thing. No one wants to shop at someone who's not busy.
very
Like it's
busy.
that simple. Like I feel like
Yes.
people need to start like not being so like sensitive and start seeing themselves as a consumer for their own business or like their friend or something. Like if you're not busy, why am I shopping? Like I don't want to shop with you because maybe you're not busy for a reason. It's like who goes to a restaurant and like the parking lot's empty, like at 6
Yeah.
p.m. Like, you know, that's a red flag. Like, do I want to eat here? Like, you know, it's
Again,
like
we research, we analyze. So it's like you got to do the same thing for your business. Again, like I just said earlier, like treat it as if you're the consumer. Like that's what you want to do. And I like that too.
literally.
Act like you're busy. That's what I do all the time.
Even if you're not like in the beginning, I was never busy. Like even sometimes now, like I'm not always busy. Like as every day, like I only like this weekend, I only have like one wedding cake and a cake due today, which I have to finish in like an hour. But
Ooh,
yeah.
you gotta
Like
wrap it up.
I'm not like crazy booked every weekend and stuff. I just have posts I can consistently post. I make content cakes when I get the chance. So like don't think you have to have orders to take photos of your work and stuff. Like
Yeah.
literally just bake and take photos. Like everything you're doing, just try to take photos. Everything's
Yeah.
content. and you just want to be busy. Because again, who wants to shop with someone who's not busy? Like, do you want to shop with someone not busy? Like,
No.
like you
I
said,
pass.
you're bougie. Like I can tell you're bougie. So like, we're trying to look for those like bougie bakers.
Yes, exactly. And that's just me. And there's no shame in that. I just feel like,
There
and
is
also
no
I should
shame.
say too, if you're slow, take the time to figure out something in your business. Like if you have a job, if you're slow, you can't sit there and not do nothing. You got to work on something else. And we always have something to do as entrepreneurs. So if you have to work on your website, take the time to work on your website. Social media, build social media content, bake things. Like think about what's in the next few months. Like it's Halloween now, Christmas is in the next few months. So think about
I need to be doing that more. Yeah.
You can do that. And then the stuff that you make, don't think of it as waste, cut it up and make sample boxes, give them away. Promote
And
your business.
also like I stretch out content a ton. So if I make a 6-inch cake, so like a way to get like 5 content. First of all, the picture of the cake once it's finished. Do a transition video of the beginning cake to the end cake. Do a process video, a time lapse of you making the cake start to finish. Then do like a tutorial video of you like how to do like, I don't know, like a chocolate sale that you put packaging. Like there's so many content you can get at one cake. It's just
anything.
like
you can literally stretch it out, y'all. Like literally one
it
thing.
It takes time, sure. Like I know a lot of people say they don't have time for it, but like you gotta make time. Like it's not an excuse, especially in the beginning. Like if you're trying to get orders, if you're not booked and busy, like it's not an excuse. You just gotta find time with it. Unless you don't want to do it as a business, you just gotta decide. Like, are you trying to do it as a business or just for fun?
You see why I love why he's here? Like he is so knowledgeable for his age. I hope I'm not offending you about it because it's just like
no, it's fine.
Well,
like to me, it's just like basic knowledge. That's why I don't get like when people say like for my age, but I guess like it's not basic knowledge for other people. Yeah, it's just like.
But like you have it at a young age. Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're younger than me, so I'm impressed that you have it. Like I've had it too, but it's just nice to see other people that's younger than me or my age to have that because it's just like. I'm proud, and I actually like am rooting for you. I'm like, this is crazy. So it's like, oh my god. So I'm just excited. Oh my god. So as you can see, this man is knowledgeable. Again, get his course. He got a lot of stuff on his website. He has cake mixes. He has classes. I think you're doing like in-person classes soon. I don't know if we have any now, but I'm sure in the future. So definitely check him out. Like he's amazing. Okay.
Thank you.
Link in the description. Okay, so stop playing with me.
Thank you.
Yes, I have to shout you out. And and like real quick before we like move on to the next one, you're opening. I don't know what it's gonna look like right now. It's August, but October, you may have an announcement to make. I don't know. But you're still looking.
Yes.
I know. I saw that you had one at one point, but you said that you had you had some decisions to make and stuff. He actually is getting me to get my own place too. I've actually started talking to some people, so we'll see about it. I don't know, but if I do, I don't know which way. It's which way, whatever the podcast. He's the one that inspired it. So, yeah. So we're in like some talks on that, but yeah. Anything like coming up other than like baking, the store, classes, anything you have new coming out?
Let me think. I'm debating. I want to do a class. Like it came to me, a lot of ideas either come really late at night, like or in the shower. I want to do like a class, like how to I don't know exactly. Like it's still in the very rough draft, but like basically like what we're whole talking about, like kind of like a mentorship program, like to make like 10 to 15K a month on cakes, like in your cake business, baking business. Ooh, like I feel like it's easier than it looks in a sense. Yeah. Like it's a lot of work, but like I think it's easier than people think it is. Yeah. Do you get me? Do you get what I'm saying?
I have drafts in the back of my mind as well as my computer as a mentoring program as well. Like I have one for social media. I do coaching, so I have that on the side. So I have a few students that I coach, but I was thinking about mentoring for like social media and cooking. Yeah. But it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
It is. And I'm confident I can do. Like I'm confident I can get anyone to like 10K easy. Yeah, I mean, like I'm so confident.
I'm bougie, so I would definitely invest into his mentoring.
That's the thing. If I do the mentorship program, I don't want it cheap. I want it like at least $1,000, just because then I think those people are willing to like actually do it. Because like it's not gonna work if you're not gonna put in the time,
Yeah. For sure. No, there are lots of
Um,
mentoring programs that cost that much, and there are people that are
right.
willing to invest. And it's an honor to have someone invest in your craft because they believe, they trust, and they know that they will get at least a return of investment from that. And like I
Mhm.
said, I would too. Like I will give you, I have a card here, but I'm not gonna put it on camera. I'll be like, here you go, swipe my card, like for sure. So I
Like
definitely will
anyone
be.
can do it. Anyone can like make $10,000 a month or whatever your goal is. Like it's you just gotta be willing to put in the work. Like
Yeah.
and another thing, like also bossing, people always be like, I don't know social media. Like that's not an excuse. Like you gotta learn it, or at least you gotta hire someone. Like that's another thing. People say they don't have time, then hire people. Like don't be like if you don't have time, then you gotta hire. If you have time, then you gotta do it. Like it's one or the other.
It doesn't have to be professional. You got families, you got friends. Just teach
So
them.
in the beginning, my sister ran my social media, so I paid her. It's not nothing crazy. I'm not paying her like $10,000 a month.
Right.
Just something little. And
Yeah.
now my sister wants to do nails, so she's going off her own thing. So now my friend does it. So now like she was fine with it. I pay her.
Yeah.
Like so I don't have to worry about editing content. She plans it for me. I just like approve it. Just because I know I don't have the time. So if I don't have the time, I'm willing to spend the money so I can put my best effort somewhere else.
Just for
So think about like where your strong like suit is. Like, are you best at like running a business? Are you best at like, I don't know, like finance? Are you best at like, you know what I'm saying? If you're
Yeah.
not strong at social media, like then consider hiring someone. Unless you're gonna take the time to actually learn it. Same thing like with the website. Like if you know you're not like tech savvy, like don't even try to make a
Get a
website. Just
website
hire someone.
developer. They have
Like
people
just
like
like
that.
your time is money. You're wasting more time attempting to do it, especially if you know you're tech savvy. Like not
Yes.
tech savvy. Like if you know
Yes.
you barely know how to use a computer, I know you're not trying to make a website.
Yes. Exactly.
Like
Yeah. No, that's the truth because in order to grow, you have to be able to give up your position because you
yeah,
cannot grow. Like let's say, like you said, you're making 10 to 15K. That's a lot of K. You're not gonna always be in the kitchen. Like, or maybe you're gonna be the one always in the kitchen. You ain't got time to be on social media trying to promote,
that's what I'm
market, trying to
saying.
do this, that, and the third. Washing the dishes. I would hire
I hate
somebody to
it.
wash the dishes. Like, I don't want to look at dishes. Like, I did all this
Right.
work. Frosting. Like, and like I said, you could look at family and friends and teach them. I may lower the cost of it or find somebody that went to culinary school. I don't know, do an internship program. There's a lot of different things that you could do. You can even hire a virtual assistant for online
Yeah.
stuff.
If you're struggling with emails, like just hire someone to do it for you. Like you can't be afraid to spend money if it's like gonna be worth. Like if it's gonna give you something more, like spend the money.
Yes. In order to get a return of investment, you got to invest. You got to do
Yeah.
it. And
Exactly.
and this is a sign. If you are thinking about getting that KitchenAid mixer to help you double your time or get that freezer or hire an assistant, do it. Like
Right.
responsibly.
And it's because
Do
it would
it.
be like the same people like they want a KitchenAid, but they can't afford it. But then like the next day they would buy like Jordan. Like you can afford it. You just like don't want to buy it. You know what I'm saying?
And Louis Vuitton, an
Right.
iPhone.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Exactly. You
So
just got like, especially when you're starting in the business, like obviously, like most of us, like obviously I didn't, my family didn't. Like you don't have the money to just throw out, but just then you gotta make some sacrifices. Like maybe this month you don't go to the movies or you don't eat out so much, like just you gotta sacrifice in the beginning, and then once you're booming, then you could like start enjoying your success.
for sure. Totally understand. Well, again, he's not as good. So once that mentoring session comes out, I don't know, I'm gonna have to knock y'all out on my way. Like all of y'all gotta get off my way because I can just go to him because I'm trying to make enough money so I can go see Beyonce. Okay, moving on. All right. So thank you for taking your time on Deep Conversations. Now I want to go ahead and ask you about a creator shout out. Do you have anybody in the industry that you would like to shout out that you see is killing the game out there? Who is that?
There's a time. This time I'll shout out because she's more of a creator. I'll shout out April. What's her app? I think it's April Cakes or April Jewelry and Cake, something like that. She was on the show with me. Is it Cake? She's Canadian. She's super nice. So if you ever need help, she's open to DM, all that stuff. And she's just killing it. She's getting a lot of cool brand deals. I can't say obviously. But she's really cool. Her cakes are beautiful, and we're really close. So she's been helpful, and hopefully we like teach a class or something together one day.
Ooh.
So shout out to her, April.
Awesome. And she's in Canada.
Yes.
I want to
So
go
if you're
down.
Canadian, yeah, she does classes too.
Ooh, I may have.
Like I said, she was on the show with me too. So
Awesome. Well, shout out to April. Hope you're watching. And Justin loves you. So loves you more than me. All right. Well, we're about to go ahead and wrap it up. But before we wrap up, I have a question that I love to ask all of my guests. And apart from all of the advice that you just spilled on this episode, what is one piece of advice that you would like to give to someone in the baking community?
Okay, this one we haven't mentioned yet. This will be the last thing. Then I gotta get to work.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't let the camera like stop you from like, 'cause so many people say like they don't like showing themselves on camera or they don't like taking photos or videos. I didn't like it either. Again, if you scroll down, you won't ever see me on it. Like I personally don't really take photos of myself like that. Like I'm not the selfie kind of person. But every day, like I know it's important for social media. I know to show myself, it's important. It gives me more success. It's like, are you willing to let the camera stop you from reaching like your goal? Like, are you like, that's just silly, you know? Like it's just a camera. You'll get over it, you know? It's rude, but like get over it. Like you have to get over your fears.
I love it. Get over it. It's gonna happen. I always say treat it like a FaceTime call, like this right now. Like
exactly. And no one cares if your hair is a mess. Like my hair is kind of separate. It's long. Like no one really cares. Like, you know,
it's in a mess.
But, if anything, you're more relatable. If honestly, you're more relatable. If you have a bonnet on, like you're more relatable. Like
right. And I feel like your mom is slowly starting to get over it because you keep putting the camera in her face. So
that's what I'm saying. Like just try every day. Like just be like, hi guys, good morning. You know, like just do something small every day, and then eventually, okay. Like it was hard for me, but now it's easier.
Yeah, and it will sound rehearsed at first, but then it'll get more comfortable, you know, because you just think of something that you want to say, talk about, share, and that's just that. And think about it as marketing and FaceTime with your family.
Exactly. I still it's still uncomfortable for me. Like before I got on live, like I started stressing, like, oh my God, I'm nervous. But then once you're on it, then you're over it, you know? Like you just gotta get that push.
Yeah, love it. So get over it, pull up the camera.
Because it's gonna skyrocket you, especially today on social media. People want to know who's behind the business. Especially if you're trying to sell like e-commerce stuff, like courses and stuff. Like I want to know who my teacher is.
Yes. Again, analytical. They want to know who you are. They love to see the personal side of the brain. Exactly. I've had a friend, I did not know what she looked like. And then when she posted herself, because I encouraged her to, she got over 100,000 followers just by posting herself because people want to know, like they like that stuff. So, you know, and they want to know who they're following. So just introduce yourself. That's a challenge, I'll just say. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up because you got something to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Thank you so much for everybody watching this episode. This lengthy episode. I know it's lengthy. It's listen. But it was worth it. Okay. I'm just going to say that. So thank you so much for tuning on to What You Got Baking Over There. Again, my name is Malek Benz. Thank you, Justin, for coming on here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. And I'm going to bother you about steak and our messages. Okay?
No.
All right, y'all. See y'all later on the next episode.